Hi and welcome to the very first episode of my Tesla weekly analysis. What does this mean? It means I will be producing every week on Tesla stock and any news update on what Tesla has. So I hope by doing this video series, I hope it gives you better insight on Tesla, amazing growth company, and the future stock price on roughly how it will go. Firstly, I'll cover the charts on how the Tesla stock price look like. Next, I'll cover the news. Like, is there any news in particular for this week for stock of Tesla? You know, Tesla has many news out there, and I'll just cover the important ones for you to see. Of course, with every stock investment out there, you always need to do a fundamental check on the company. I'll update weekly if there's any new updates on the numbers of cars sold. That is very important for Tesla to see their growth. The number of superchargers. So how Tesla cars fuel themselves is through superchargers. And through a supercharger update, you can see how fast they're expanding all around the world. Next is, of course, the good this company do, the carbon impact that they're impacting. Like how much carbon are they going to remove from the atmosphere? Because the whole world is now dying of global warming and this whole green movement now. And Tesla is positioned in such a place where it will massively help humankind. Next, of course, the value proposition. Coming from the customer's point of view, is Tesla really a hype or is it really a good buy? And of course, any upcoming events they have in 2019 or 2020. And of course, I'll conclude the episode at the end of this. So this video series is not going to be a super long one, and it's going to be a weekly update on the price movement and any new updates on Tesla stock. So let's start with the charts. I use tradingview.com here. The reason why I use TradingView is because it's free and everybody can use. Of course, when it's free, there's some pop-ups, but it doesn't really matter. So now I'm looking at Tesla stock ever since it was IPO from about 2011 all the way until now. So the very important analysis I need to have over here is, actually I need to look at the stock, how's the trend right now. So by looking at the trend, all I need to do is I'll just click on this regression trend. I'll just click on the stock from one end to the other end. You realize that this chart over here has plotted the trend for this stock, and you realize on the long term, that means these are super long term over the past 5 years, 6 years, the stock is in an upwards trend. You need to trade stock by trend. You don't try to trade against the trend. When you trade against the trend, it's like catching a falling knife. So generally, Tesla is still in an uptrend over the long term. Okay, moving forward, I want you to see this over here, is that the next price movement for the chart you need to see is that you realize that every now and then you realize the price keeps bouncing off this particular price here. You look at the price support over here. And if you look at it even closer, you will notice that this price range is usually about $180 to about $200 range. This is the range where the price will come down, hit the support, and it will just keep bouncing out. And my guess is it keeps bouncing off 180, and my guess is it's never going to go below 180 again unless there's this full-blown recession coming up. Other than that, I don't ever think it will go below $180. So this is the long-term view for Tesla stock. So now let's go to the shorter term. I need to clear everything first, and let's go to the shorter term. So this is the chart for about a year or two. So this is the overall view on Tesla stock where the price has came all the way down and is moving sideways. So I just draw all the lines here. So I just draw a line down. This line, what it does is that it actually kind of connects all the resistance point for the chart. Okay, so this is Tesla stock on the downtrend, and you realize what happens is that on the short term, the Tesla has broken the downtrend, means it has broken the falling knife, and it has went to a sideways trend. Okay, so now from what I see is that Tesla is not going to go down any further. It's going to go sideways and highly likely upwards. Okay, there's another way to draw this chart, and I want to show you guys. I just need to clear everything again. Next thing, there's another way to draw this chart. If you just connect again all the resistance points, right? Okay, so there are a few resistance points over here, 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 and these are the support lines. So what does this price pattern means? It means that the price is squeezing in into a place where the price will just burst either up or down. Okay, so from looking at the price movement of Tesla, I have a very strong bias that Tesla stock will burst towards the upper region. Why I think it's going to burst towards the upper region is because you see Tesla, if you're looking at the trend, it has already broken the downtrend to a sideways trend and it's squeezing price into here. So my best bet over here, if I have to make a guess, is that the Tesla stock will end up in this region over here, okay, the green region. So this is the charts for Tesla. So this is my technical analysis of Tesla stock and I hope it helps you make a better investment decision. Okay, so moving forward, I'll be doing this every week. I'll be posting updates on Tesla stock. So this week on the news, very exciting, deep scale acquisition. What does deep scale do? Basically, they have this program called SqueezeNet and it plans to solve a very big problem with AI. You see, the AI, they have massive amount of data and they need to process it. So what does SqueezeNet do is that they make all this processing a lot more efficient. And when you become more efficient in all the processing, you actually save a lot of energy. So that helps a lot with efficiency of Tesla cars. Of course, when they do acquisition like that, they acquire the entire talent of Deepscale to join their artificial intelligence team. I think they have roughly about 10 to 20 members now at Deepscale, and they just acquired the entire team. So now let's do a numbers check. We'll first go to the number of cars sold. So when you're looking at Europe, the vehicle sales are still number one. Second comes Renault Zoe. The reason why they are not buying more is because they can't make enough. So now we look at the US, right? So in Tesla, they are not fighting against like the Toyotas and the cheap cars. Generally their market segment is the mid-size luxury sedan, small to mid-size. So we realize Tesla Model 3, they are outselling every single manufacturer out there. It's not funny anymore. If you just combine like Mercedes, you can combine the entire lot of cars below this chart here, you can't even make up to the just one single car that Tesla is selling, right? So there's a reason why people are buying that car, because probably it's a very, very good value proposition, which I'll cover later in the video. Okay, next thing is that the Supercharger update today of 2nd October, they have 14,081 chargers all around the world. Okay, and these Superchargers are the ones mainly in US, Europe and China. This is where mainly the adoption of Tesla cars has started. Okay, the carbon impact as of now is that they actually remove like 3.5 million tons of CO2 from the atmosphere. Okay, amazing job, in this world when global warming, the carbon impact of Tesla vehicles are doing a massive job. So every week I'll update you the number of tons of CO2 Tesla vehicles have removed from the atmosphere. So now let's go to the value proposition. But Tesla cars are cheaper to run versus a Toyota Camry and a Honda Accord. Okay, so the upfront cost may be a little bit higher, but if you look over the next 5 years of cost of ownership, the cost of fuel, maintenance and stuff, the Tesla Model 3 is cheaper than a Toyota and Honda. That is mind-blowing. And of course, Tesla cars are very environmentally friendly. Even if your electricity comes from a coal power plant, it's still more environmentally friendly than pumping fuel into your car. Okay, next thing is that Tesla cars are still the fastest. So let's look at this. I'll go to Wikipedia and check this update all the time. Alright. So if you're looking at the fastest 0 to 100 or 0 to 60 miles per hour car, right now, I'm talking about production car, right? It's a Porsche 918 Spider, but this car is a few $1 million. And next come to it is a Tesla Model S, which goes to 0 to 100 in 2.3 seconds. That is a rocket ship. And do note this entire list over here, the entire list I have over here, this is the only car with 4 doors. Okay, the rest of the cars are 2 doors and are super fast cars. A Porsche 918 Spider will cost a few $1 million. A Tesla Model S is just $100,000. The next thing is Tesla cars are the safest car in the world. They've been crash tested, and in some cases they actually broke the crash rig. So Tesla cars are really hardy because they don't have an engine, and they can be constructed in such a lot more safe and efficient way. Next thing is that the accident per mile. So just by sitting inside a Tesla car, you are 3 times less likely to get an accident. Okay, and if you have autopilot on, you are 6 times less likely to get an accident. So you're just sitting in the safest car in the world. Why not? You can't put a price on your life. Next thing, so what are the upcoming stuff in 2019? See, the Model 3 has been rolled out already. Model Y they've already unveiled. We are still waiting for the pickup truck. Ultra fast chargers, they have launched already the Superchargers version 3. The China plant begins production. Yeah, that is already done. I think in mid-October, a few weeks from now, they will start producing Model 3 cars in record pace. By the way, I'll be doing a video on that really soon, so watch out for the video. I'll be launching the video on October 14. Solar roof production ramping up. Yes, they've done that already. Okay, this roadmap over here was taken at the initial part of the year. So now, so for 2019, the utility battery scale storage, I foresee that moving into year 2020. So year 2020, we are looking at the semi-production. The Roadster production will be the fastest car in the world, 0 to 100 in 1.9 seconds at a price of 200,000. That is like stupid cheap and stupid fast. This Roadster is meant to be a car to kick every single car's ass out there, right? Next will be the Model Y production begins. So this is where massive amount of money come in. SUV segment where Tesla is going to gain a lot of market share. If you think the Model 3 is amazing, wait for the Model Y. So I'd like to conclude this video. Tesla stock is bullish in the long term. The market cap of currently right now of $40 billion. Now if the market cap of roughly $40 billion, I think is massively undervalued. Tesla company like this in 5 years, I foresee a market cap of 500 billion. So probably there's a times 10. The reason why I see a 500 billion is because if you look at companies like Netflix, it's worth like 500 is worth half a trillion. If you look at so many tech companies right now, like Facebook is worth like 800 billion. So if you're looking at a company like Tesla right now that is changing the world and being the best selling car, like the next iPhone moment, and this company is only worth 40 billion, I think it's a little bit no-brainer to know that this is an undervalued company. Of course, it's still a market leader. Nobody can come close to its safety now, in terms of efficiency and everything. Porsche just launched the Taycan, and it is a complete joke. This is a very expensive car and goes slower, and the value proposition is still not as good as a Tesla. And of course, Tesla right now, they are 3 to 4 years ahead of competition. I foresee that gap growing even further, because Tesla is generally a more efficient company than most other companies out there. So I hope you like this video. So every week I will launch analysis on Tesla stock, and there's any good news I will just update you guys. Bad news I also update you guys, because we are in need to invest in this stock Tesla for the long term. I hope you find this video useful. Sub if you like it, and on that notification bell if you want to see my latest videos when I post them. So again, goodbye.